interrupt our program to bring you this important message. I love you. Now, back to our show.
It's time for movie and TV news. Flix Fix with Harold the Film Geek.
The next one, Superman and Batman, The Apocalypse. Now, here's the thing. In this movie, I can imagine why they wouldn't make this live action, but I'm still going to give it a shot. In this movie, you're going to have Supergirl, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, and then Darkseid, who lives in Apocalypse, where I've made the mistake several times by calling him Apocalypse, but I was wrong. Anyways, what makes this movie so good is the fact that Batman is actually on patrol and Supergirl falls out the sky. When he finds her, he ends up taking him over to meet Superman. She then explains what really happened to the planet Krypton. Big surprise, it didn't blow up the way you thought. In the actual movie, TV series, and comic book, they led you to believe that the entire planet blew up, but only a fragment of the planet blew up, and she lived within this other fragment that was actually basically caged off. It then later was exploded, and that's how she got to Earth, according to the movie anyways. The reason why this is a good storyline is, one, you have Superman trying to deal with his own life, basically. His entire life he was led to believe that his planet was gone, but it actually was still around, and according to Supergirl, it just recently blew up, which means his entire adulthood he could have gone back home to visit, but he never knew it was there. That's a good storyline. It shows a little bit of conflict, making him wish that he would have done a little bit more exploration instead of staying here on Earth. The next conflict, Supergirl has to get used to being on Earth, just like Superman did. Except Superman did it from a baby, so it was very easy. Supergirl, not so much. Batman's also skeptical about Supergirl and what she's doing. On top of that, they take her over to see Wonder Woman to protect her from, and give her some training while she's here on Earth. Then Darkseid finds her, brings her back to her side of town, or his side of town, and everything just goes crazy. I think this was a really good movie. I give it a thumbs up all the way. The ending was a big surprise, and I know it's going to take a lot of movie, magic to get all these things to happen, but I still think they could have made this happen, and I still think this was a really good storyline. I'm just mad that it had to become animated instead of being a live action. The next one up, Batman and Superman Most Wanted. Batman and Superman Most Wanted was the very first movie that I fell in love with of the new Superman movie genre that DC Comics was trying to make as far as making animated movies. This movie was great. In this movie, Lex Luthor becomes the president and convinces everyone that Batman and Superman were actually villains, not good guys, and that they should be killed. So in the end, he frames them, and even superheroes are actually coming out to stop Batman and Superman from doing what they were doing. In the end, like I said, I'm not going to give away the ending to the movie, but it was very good to see. Now, first of all, yes, there's going to be tons of cameos, because there's going to be tons of other superheroes coming in and out or whatever. It's kind of like the movie Wolverine, where a bunch of characters came in and out, but they really didn't do much to the storyline. But it still was a good story nonetheless, and I think that movie should get the live action treatment.